Here's a segment from this month's edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a new monthly local talk show.
During the spring and summer months, grass along parish servitudes and rights-of-way literally grow like, well, weeds. A small crew of dedicated parish employees is tasked with keeping the parish trimmed and neat, and work is brisk for much of the year. But what happens when the grass stops growing? Public Information Assistant Duan Vayon recently visited with the crew to find out how they use their downtime constructively. Let's take a look.
Here at the Public Works West Bank Yard, grass cutting crews spend the summer months cycling through a fast-paced schedule. But during the cold, gray days of the winter, their focus turns to other priorities. Here is Superintendent Barry Roberts to explain how crews stay busy during the winter months.
What we've been doing now is looking at what we do in the off-season in the winter time when we've got extra time because the grass isn't growing so fast. Sidewalks, we try to get those in good shape. The mechanics like we showed, the tree trimming also, that gives us less downtime, keeping all those things in shape. We use selective spraying with herbicides, general stuff like Roundup along sidewalks so we can keep them down longer, and that gives us a head start for the summer, and we use it throughout this growing season to give us a better chance to keep up with everything. Also in the winter time, this winter we did more selective cutting. Selective cutting in areas as we need it. Unlike the summertime, in the summertime we have a schedule. We just rotate all through the parish, neighborhood to neighborhood, all the way through. Then it's just a cycle. We repeat the same thing over and over. But in the winter time, this year we used a lot more selective cutting, especially right before the holidays. I wanted everything looking pretty good for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So we did some extra cutting that time. And we have a lot more growth right now, so we're trying to keep up with it so we don't get behind in a wet spring. If it's a wet spring, at least we're ahead of the game right now.
Inside the maintenance shop, the crews explain their role during the off-season.
My name is Riley McIntyre. I work here at the West Bank shop, and what I usually do is I handle the PM process. I service all the equipment on a regular basis to make sure that we do the preventive maintenance. That way the equipment doesn't fail on us when it's out in the field. Right now is the off season for them. They do a little bit of cutting when it's necessary, but not a lot of it. And what we do is, because of that time, when they're cutting the grass, they're always out, they're always busy. So on the off season, they come in, we get it serviced, we make sure the tires are good, make sure the filters are good, all the fluids, make sure everything's running good, so when the season does come up, they have less problems when they're mowing the grass.
With over 30 years between them on the job, these operators give us their perspective.
This job is a dangerous job because, throughout the parish, and them tractors right there, because when you're cutting grass on the street, you gotta watch for people, watch for kids. Sometimes, when the school's out, certain area, we know the school's out, the kids is out. We don't cut the area, we see them out there in the road, we just skip it. And we'll come back later because that way we don't have nothing to hit them and rocks and stuff like that,
And sometimes, you might hit something, a blade will break, and you gotta watch out for all of that because it's very dangerous.
Every morning before we start, we check the blade, the bolts, make sure everything's tight, make sure nothing's loose. Because when them things turn 1800 RPM when they're running, they're turning, it's spinning fast. So a piece of iron is rolling that fast, tell what it is.
If we don't get maintenance on it, it can break down a whole lot. And that's the biggest part about it, is keeping maintenance on the tractors.
Monique Grenier from Risk Management agrees there is a certain level of skill that must be mastered to perform this job properly.
And I'm going to tell you what, one of the most dangerous pieces of equipment is that sidearm. To work a sidearm, if you're brand new and you come in working a sidearm, Barry can tell you usually your first 6 months you have a lot of issues because you're learning the machine. You're going to hit fences, mailboxes, because it's a hard piece of machine to learn. And the only way you learn it is experience.
There's one thing that you as citizens can do to help these crews, and that is not litter or dump trash on the side of the road.
People throw all kind of trash, and then it takes roughly about a month. We do our routine, and then by the time we get back, them grass is high, and you can't even see what they have in the ditch. They throw all of that.
Nails, and can't see it, and you're backing into stuff, and you don't know punching a hole in a tire or stuff like that. Because if you keep the area clean, the equipment will be in better shape.
After weeks and months of winter maintenance, the crews are now preparing for the busy summer schedule ahead.
Catch the entire episode right here on Channel 6. daily at 5 p.m. or watch anytime at scptoday.com.